Number 2 is the importance and relevance of the way we warm up here at Railroad and why. Why don't you take us away? Start us, kicks off.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah. A lot of avenues.
Yeah, right. I said this before we started the round table here. Like, would you ever just take your car out, like it's 20 degrees outside right now, turn it on and just go from 0 to 100, you know, in 4 seconds? No, you're not going to try that because it's got to go through its processes, like get warmed up, right? And it's the same for when we move around, right? We want to be in like an optimal condition to move because we ask so much of our bodies. You know, like just yesterday as an example, we were asking you guys to, you know, deadlift 80% plus of your 1 rep max deadlift, and we need to be ready to do those things. You know, and not only that, but preventing injury, maintaining healthy joints, all those things. You know, I used to be guilty of it where I'd show up after work before I was coaching full time and just, you know, move the barbell around a couple times and be like, hey, we're ready to go. You know, like you can only get away with that for so long, right? I think it's important. Like we've been adding a lot of the single side work, you know, like working on imbalances and things like that to help that. Who wants to go from there?
I would say that we've heard stories that you just put your body in a more vulnerable state if you're not warmed up enough, and unfortunately, you know, the stories that come back to us is that somebody might have like pulled something a little bit if they haven't warmed up enough, and then went for like that one heavy rep of something, like just a tweak, and then, you know, a couple days later or even months later, now you're working, kind of like taking a couple steps back and working your way back to feeling good.
I think of it like the analogy kind of like Christmas a little bit, right? Like where as a kid you'd come down and it'd be like you would see these presents which we'll use as the workout. You're super excited, but then mom's like, no, you got to go to the stocking first. You're like, oh man, you know? And the stocking is the warm up, right? So it kind of like buffers you up for this grand thing where there's so much importance there. Sometimes, like you said, like if it's going to be super heavy or a super strenuous day, we might mimic that and get the body extra warm, extra prepared. So, you know that there's always a purpose there, not to just fatigue our athletes or, you know, put anybody in positions to tire them out, but to the opposite, to be safe, right? Because at the core, we want a healthy foundation to do this for the long haul. And like you guys were saying, we put ourselves at such a greater risk if we're cold or stiff or tight. We come in here and it's anything, passing through a squat or pulling heavy off the ground, and your body through its day, you just were sitting for a while and your hip flexors are tight, and it's just that last thing that kind of is the straw for you. So we put those measures in place to get warm and get ready before we even get to the actual coaching and breaking it down and then executing. So, you know, I think we all, you know, take that serious, and we hope you do too, to do this for the long haul, right? And appreciate the warm-ups because they keep us going.
Well, I mean, we all want to get the most out of ourselves. Like we all want to like hit like our potential, right? And I think if we're just coming in here and not taking that stuff seriously, like you're leaving so much on the table, you know, where it's like, I know there have been days where if I'm working out alone and I do like a half-assed warm-up and I lift like crap, it's usually like, all right, I probably didn't take this as serious as I should have beforehand, you know, so.
I think you've said it too before, you're always leaving here feeling like, oh man, that was an awesome workout, or oh my god, I just PR'd, or that lift just felt so good. You're not like, that was just the longest warm-up ever, you know. It's like you're always knowing, and that just kind of like gears you to that performance. So
yeah, I think we put in like the quality work inside of a warm-up based on what we're doing that day. So like if we're moving through a deadlift, we want movements to prepare for that specific movement to make like the body feel its best. So that's why we do, you know, the single leg work, the single arm work, the high pulls, stuff like that, to get those body parts ready and firing enough to perform then well in the workout.
Cool.